to Morning Musings, where we're listening for the message from verse for today about going for our big dreams. And by going for our big dreams, I mean living your authentic life. If you could, whatever it is that you wanted to be, what would that be? If you could go wherever you wanted to go, where would that be? If you could be whatever you wanted to be, what would that be? And how do you get there? Little incremental steps. That's how you get there. You take where you are now and make decisions to make that happen. Easier said than done, and it can be done. You just be willing to do the work it takes to make the decision and to take the action that goes behind that decision. Everything else just kind of falls into place. Even the storms that come along, the things that knock you on the side, and they're there to clear out what doesn't work. They're there to give you fertilizer for the new growth that you've got going on. And they're there to help you get stronger and more committed. Because without that commitment, without that strong desire, without that internal motivation to make something happen, it's not enough. And finding the people that just surround you to encourage you to stay in that, because sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it is so hard to have to follow that, to have and to follow that internal motivation. It is hard. I get it. And if you have some people around you who get it with and encourage you, I'll so it's to help with that a little bit. Um, being the one person that will always say yes, yes, like, do the thing. I may ask you to look at different things around it, but I want you to go for it. I honestly want you to have your big dream, no matter how big, wild, and crazy it is, no matter how improbable you think it is, there is some way to integrate that into your life. I think of the story of one of the presidents, and I can't remember who it is because I'm bad at history, uh, was walking through NASA when NASA was fairly new, and he came across a janitor who was mopping the floors. And he's the president stops and asks, "Hey, hello, what's your name? How are you doing? And what do you do?" And the janitor looked at him and said, "I'm helping the first man go to the moon." It's mopping floors, but internally, he's helping a man get to the moon. He was a part of something bigger. Even in that small job that he was doing, he kept the place running so that the people who had the experience, the skill, the education, the things like that maybe he didn't have, he's helping them be in an environment that can move it forward. And even if that's just all you're doing, that's huge. Because if they're not in an environment to make the move, it won't happen. And that's what I mean by being a part of the dream, right? Be the next step, if you may realize the big picture dream that you have. That may not actually, but you can be a part of it. You can be the person that creates the environment. You can be the person that has the one idea that makes everybody else go and off to the races. Even just being a part of can be extremely fulfilling. Even just being surrounded by can be extremely fulfilling and part of the big dream. So, all right, we are here to listen to the message, not listen to me. And we are using a uh, Alana Fairchild Sacred Rebels Oracle card deck as our conduit for that message from the universe. So, um, I am shuffling the cards, and I like to have the cards come up at least 3 times before I know, or so that I know that that is the card you're supposed to have today. And I think that's the card. Thinking. Let's see. Nope. Oh, right. So let's get grounded. Feet on the ground, breathing deeply, pulling in the energy of the earth, pulling in the passion, the fire, the drive, the creativity, the life that is earth energy, the foundation that we walk upon all day, every day. This experience we call life. Bring that energy in through your legs, into your torso, into your body, and down your arms. Ah, big breaths. And then opening the top of your head and reaching out to the universe and pulling that energy down into your mind. Behind your eyes for clear vision, behind your ears so that you can hear your truth, down into your throat and speak your- with truth, clarity, conviction, and down into your heart where divine spark lives. Breathing in and out, letting that divine spark shine through, letting it bring you its intuition of where to go, what do I make do next, next interest, what's the next skill to learn, what's the next person to talk to, what's the next opportunity to accept or to deny. It's like you took the drink of the potion of from Harry Potter, and you just know exactly where you're supposed to be, no matter how strange it looks to others. That divine spark within you is leading you to fulfill life. Mm. And allow that universal energy to beam out of your heart and mix with earth energy to create this life, this this experience, this happiness, this joy, this sadness, this heartbreak, exquisiteness, motivation, desire, fulfillment, it all mixes to bring you to your big dream, your authentic life, to you, not to anybody else. And with that, our card is faith process. Mm. No matter how powerful we are, how much courage and strength we have, there are times when we might move ourselves along to the next phase of life or creative exploration. At such times, we need some divine intervention, a little help in pulling our trolley along, so to speak, when we are at the edge of our own limits and have might be left with only one spiritual power, that of faith. Fortunately, that is enough. As ugly as it may seem, the visible help from the universe is often more powerful than the physical efforts of 1,000 men. That is because the invisible help is not limited by physical laws. It can shift, bend, and move in ways that defy limitation. It can affect, evoke, and influence situations through invisible but you are in a situation where you cannot set right the course of events all by yourself. This is not an indication you have done something wrong, nor does this suggest that you are not strong enough. It is a sign that there is something bigger unfolding in your life, and your power will be supplemented by the power of life itself. Sometimes a bigger plan needs to manifest for the benefit of humanity and the earth. You is expected to realize are part of the greater unfoldment of life, that your individual life serves the greater plan, and that you are not separate from its genius. This is what's happening now. You happen to be instrumental to the greater plan, and as such, you need to accept your position and be moved while also protected as you make personal progress through your role in that grander scheme. This is a time for humility and trust. You need complete faith in the process and events that are happening. There is nothing to worry about. You will be moved most fully and easily, and with the most grace and assistance, through your faithful surrender. Ironically, it's through complete surrender and total faith that we become the most empowered. When we are trying to achieve the perfection of the greater plan, we can be aligned with and moved by the process. Having faith in the benevolence of life rather than harboring the suspicion that life is seeking to catch us out, have a joke at us, or carelessly toss us about as though we mean nothing. Then we can relax a little. Having faith in the process gives you space to be curious about what is taking place and relax enough to be open to what we are most in need of, even if we aren't exactly sure what that is or how it can happen. The guidance from this oracle comes direct from the greater source of life itself. There is now an opportunity for you to be moved from the situation you are currently in for the next chapter in your life story. You can't do it on your own. It's too a shift. It needs the grace of life to intervene on your behalf. You will need faith, though. You may feel as though the wheels of your trolley are coming off or that they are a bit rickety. But you must also understand that the voice of life is now coming straight to your heart with this. I have resources you know not of. It is safe to trust in my ways and my wisdom, for I love you and I am guiding you into all fully yours. Know that what is rightfully yours is what your heart truly desires, not fear loss. Nothing that is meant to come to you will be denied, and it is safe to let go and allow me to move you to the door. And you are able to know this and perhaps have some fun in the process. Faith in the process. Oh, let's do the healing process. Stay connected to the earth energy and the universal energy. Say aloud, I now ask that all disappointing experiences of the past that have led me to believe that life is not trustworthy or that faith is a silly or immature way to deal with life be released from my mind, body, and heart. I ask for help to accept that I can and will attract all that is needed into my life at the perfect time and in the perfect way. I ask to be empowered to absolutely receive all that can assist me with gratitude and without shame or guilt. In doing so, I dedicate myself to be a clear, loving, open channel for the flow of life. I know the benefit in doing so is not limited to me, but flows so that life can benefit others through me. I trust in this now through unconditional love. So be it. If needed, repeat the above each day to help you boost your confidence that everything can and will sort itself out, whether you feel in control or not. In fact, it can do so more easily when you don't feel in control. You have completed your healing. Well, faith in the process. It's trusting the universe, trusting God, Goddess, the ultimate, whatever it is that you believe, trusting that that power, that energy is flowing around to make it easy. Energy looks for the easy path, the easiest path. It's like electricity, right? It's always going to look for the easiest path. And if you put something in the way, it's going to try and find the easier way out. It's always looking for an easy path. And if you let it, it will find it. And that's that energy from you as well. You're putting your big dream out there, and it's trying to find the easiest path. And what happens is our brain starts putting resistors, Resistors, let's put resistors around, which impedes the flow of energy. Resistance impedes the flow of energy. So this card is asking you to remove resistance. But I don't know how. But where is that gonna come from? But what about this? But what and trust. How? I don't know, but I'll find out. Who? I don't know, but I'll find out. I'm just gonna take the next step, the next step. And the energy of your big dream will find the easiest path. It'll find the who. Oh, that one's easy. Check this one. It's that's how. Okay, that's easy. Faith in the process. The energy is trying to find the easiest path. And it's up to you to the resistance, to peel away all those things that were placed upon you that said you can't, that said it's not possible, that say it's strange and weird. Pull those resistors off and allow for the flow of energy. Because it's looking for the easiest path forward. Faith in the process. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me in this morning musing. If you've been enjoying them, please hit the like and subscribe button and the bell that let you know when I go live next, which will be tomorrow morning at some point in time. Thank you for being here. Go out there, be in flow, trust in the process, and I'll see you tomorrow. Keep your eyes on the horizon, hands on the wheel, and you'll slow on the gas. Let's do it. Yeah.